All
Yeah.
right. All right, here we go. Boys and girls, theys and them. It is time for yet another match in the top class international league. Today featuring Void and Cliv. I am your commentator, Riley, joined by my co-commentator, Riona, who
It,
has played almost all of his matches.
yeah, hello there, everybody. I'm excited for this one because I think this is Void's first TCIL match that we'll be looking at so far. Everybody's up to now has played at least one of their matches. Meanwhile, Void here has just been watching his opponents from afar, trying to understand how they will approach the game in this very event. So now, with that advantage of enough studying his opponents, maybe he could turn that to his favor against the Acliv.
So to be honest, I'm not sure how many of these sets are good study because some of them have been kind of train wrecks. I'll be real.
Oh no!
Some of them have been rough.
True, but hey, it's still though. You just gotta believe that that's how your opponent's gonna play all the way throughout in your match, right?
I don't think so. There is a 2-month tournament. There's so much time in between sets. I think you can study like some of the sets here, but ultimately, unless we're like in close succession, like a week is a good amount of time to reset yourself. And the other part is like Void and Cliv haven't both not really played anyone. Like Cliv only played one match. It was against Hiku. Granted, someone who upset him last year, but there's not a lot of data to work with these for the event itself. So it's going to be kind of weird because even though both don't really have that many sets, it is also one of the most important matches because now that Rick has defeated Yoshi, it feels very likely that he might end up in that top 1 or 2 spot. Whereas Yoshi now has to secure at least one more win against either Void or Cliv to have very good odds of getting it out. But that means that Void or Cliv, they want to get out, they need to beat each other and then probably Yoshi. So whoever wins this set will have a significant placing advantage chance.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's tough because when you think about Yoshi, Void, and Acliv, there's a lot of history in between those lines. Yoshi and Acliv traded sets over the years, Yoshi and Void as well. And they both kind of have like 2 different kinds of rivalries where Yoshi was kind of like the come up on Acliv, where Void and Yoshi was a lot of trading of events. So you kind of got like the 2 rivals of Yoshi find each other to see who has the best chance of getting out.
Yeah, I can see that. Ow! Oh my lord!
Love triangle. That's right. It is a love triangle. That's exactly how I would describe this tournament. Well, let's see who is the better girl in this set today. With Void versus the Cliv. Let's go right into it. The winner of Yoshi's Heart coming up now.
Get out! Oh my god.
All right. And here's the start. Void is, I would say, the more aggressive player, while Acliv tends to be more the calm and collected. Void opts for mostly these GTRs nowadays, but he does have that raised L shape that he used to perform so well on. Whereas Acliv kind of sticks with that tried and true.
Yeah, well, Acliv's gonna go for the quick 2-chain first off, and Void's fine for the most part. Yeah, he can still get out of this. He just...
There's the red. He's out.
Oh, wait, no, he's not, though. He's missing a blue!
Oh, and a red.
He was missing a lot, actually. What the... That is tragic.
Yeah, but it was a good attempt at survival, and I feel like that's a lot of what this game is going to be. It's going to be testing Void's ability to fight back while also his ability to get through these creative digs, which is something he's been kind of known for.
Oh, yeah, undeniably. It's going to be fun to see how that plans out against somebody like Acliv, who I feel like is pretty solid at applying crazy amounts of pressure at the worst of times. I got another early 2 coming in. The Void, I think he's just gonna full send main here. This
Yeah,
is extremely interesting from Void. You normally don't see him full send main after
it's
an
because
attack.
of it's because he was so pillar heavy on his extension that he was not quite stairs like, but it was really hard to break down. And by the time he got greens to try and set up for an attack, Acliv was already pressuring him, and he was already forced out of a situation.
Yeah, that's fair. And again, another quick round for Acliv here. Okay.
Very strong 2-0 start. Really just picking at Void in both the longer game and the shorter game, making sure he's not quite comfortable.
Yeah, but if there's somebody who can adjust to a
Oh my
playstyle
god.
like this, it's it's Void.
It will be Void, but Void gets a taste of his own medicine there with the quick Hellfire. Something that Void has used to torment plenty of players in his time.
True. As a victim.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get a taste of your own medicine, but sometimes when you're used to doing something, you kind of forget that other players are willing to do it too. And we're already at a 3-0 start, coming out strong for Acliv on this field.
You know, now that you say that, that kind of does make like that kind of opens my eyes up to something dumb a little bit more now. Because like, whoa, this is a rough spot for Void here. Because like when it comes to, let's see, I know like I'm the type of person who loves to go for like really crazy like power is changed.
Yeah.
And then like when somebody else does it, I'm like, wait, what? I just got sucker punched.
Yeah. Oh my god, Void just got caught. Like he couldn't set yellows on his extension, tries to build tanky, then gets caught too high up because he can't get down at all. Because even if he does, there's no yellows on his trigger. All clear?
Nah, no, all
takes
clear.
it.
I think what Void will want to do here is he just needs to play the aggressive route here against Acliv. Acliv is just kind of catching Void unawares with most of his attacks, and Void's just not like trying. Void's just in spots where he can't really respond back in any capacity. And I think he's kind of changing that up now, setting off that 3-chain first, getting Acliv in a rough spot here. And
yeah,
now
he gets a good response, and the trash is going to keep him completely covered. The only issue is for Acliv that because there's so much trash, it's really hard for him to outextend Void.
Yeah, I think this is about as best as he could do. And then Void's just gonna full send here. I don't see Acliv being able to fix this. I mean, it's possible, but he would have needed to.
Now.
Yeah, he would have needed to pop something like anything that wouldn't have gotten in the way of his main chain for him to even have a chance at getting down to his main, which I don't even think was enough in that case. So now Void's gonna be able to take a point off. Let's see if he slowly claws the way back to like an even score for the most part.
Yeah,
Start.
oh, I don't really like how Void is approaching this start. If you want to build 3 column, it's just so much safer to do 4-5. And now you don't really have that much resource with ease of access, and Acliv is just building counter chain.
Yeah, but it looks like what Void's doing is just gonna work out fine though. He makes out with a 4-chain, and then Acliv here has what looks to be a 5. And oh my gosh, this chain for Void is actually kind of sick. Is actually kind of sick though. He has a 5-chain response himself.
Yeah, okay, there you go. But just enough space still for Acliv. Void thankfully is brought down, so he has a good chance of getting out here, but Acliv with immediate follow-up, so Void's gotta be careful.
And Void's got an immediate follow-up as well. Really nice 4. I'm gonna send back almost 3 rows to Acliv here.
Yeah.
And now it's just a matter of can Void find a kill confirmed here.
It's gonna be tough because Acliv just got a very nice extension with these reds. Oh, just
yeah,
even take it. It's gonna go for a 3.
Yeah, oh wait, no, Void finds it. Yeah, this might just take out Acliv here. I don't see him being able to get out. Yeah, that 3-chain is gonna seal the deal.
Oh, very close round. The Void looked kind of on the back foot, but I think because Acliv could not establish any more red or purples to finish off that counter chain to a 6 or even possibly 7, it let Void have all the space he needed to survive.
Yeah.
Oh. We get a style change up from Acliv. A raised GTR.
Oh, sick. See how that
Very
pans out.
Yeah, it's a kind of a scary decision because it's not something we typically see from a clip, but maybe trying to take advantage of the color key where there's so many green and blues in the way. But Void had no trouble with it, so he's already so high up with a very good amount of extension. Oh, Void goes for full.
Oh, I was gonna go so main.
This is perfect because Acliv is not ready on his transition. And he's
Oh, and
trying
it's
so
an
hard to figure
all
it
clear
out.
too.
Oh yeah, Cliv just doesn't have it.
Yeah. Wait, what was he missing there though? I kind of was like,
He's
caught up
blue
in a
into
time loop.
green, but even then his trigger still needed to be activated and just didn't have the damage after a point. To yeah. Just like didn't work.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes about much sense.
Ooh, L shape for Void, but go for it.
Honestly, like those situations are so like tragic, especially like in that case where what Void had seemed like a attack in most sorts instead of like a full-on main. Though with it being a main, it's like it's still like okay-ish for someone in a cliff spot. It's just a matter of would he have been able to get what he
Acliv trying to look for an attack back, but I think actually blocked himself out of it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was like surprised to see that he didn't go for. It looked like he had a 3-chain there. Probably would have worked out if anything, or I guess he just wanted something stronger that could have probably kill confirmed if anything.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to defend himself and just actually built himself into the corner.
Oh yeah,
but this will be pretty strong. This be kind of rough for Void to extend because he doesn't want to conflict his yellows, but doing pretty well.
He gets the perfect pieces to avoid exactly that, getting off a nice 8-chain. I don't think Acliv's going to be able to counter this. Yeah.
This is kind of surprising given how this had started off. It feels like Acliv is just played weird. I don't know how to describe it. Like, his attacks were solid early. He was catching Void at bad times. He was out extending. And now suddenly, Void is just out poking him and out attacking. And maybe parts of it are just like it's harder for Acliv to spot the vulnerabilities in L shape over other forms. But then again, recovered once more.
Oh. That was a 4-chain from Void there? Wow, that was actually sick. I think Acliv may have missed. I feel like Cliv may have also misinterpreted what Void had as something smaller. And that's why he kind of went the approach that he did there.
That could be unfamiliarity. I think when players bring out forms, typically you don't see as much, or they don't build as often. It's a bit harder for players to spot when their chains are weak.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's definitely a surprise, for sure.
Yeah. I think when GTR is the pick, Acliv has an easier time seeing those points. But then again, Acliv gets caught like this, where sometimes his chance isn't ready at all, and it makes you wonder what is happening.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I mean, he's okay-ish right now. He still has access to the blues here. He just needs to fire, because I think Void's chain is in a really bad spot. Yeah, this might just be Acliv's round.
I think he wanted to murder Acliv, and Acliv was just ready. Potential misread on Void's part.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's like a common. That's been like a common theme for a lot of these matches, like so far at TCIL. It's just been a surge of misreads within any capacity. It's like it makes sense though, because sometimes you can't always really determine what somebody's board state is, especially when you're like in some cases in the heat of the moment. Like you're setting off like really good attacks yourself, unawares of your opponent's situation for the most part, and 4 for 4.
Oh, then he goes for just a small thorn. It only sends one trash back, but it stops the Void from moving for a second. So I mean, if it works, it works. Or going right to full chain.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh, you demon, Acliv! What?
Did he just not think Void chain works? or like it doesn't work. I'm
No,
not quite.
wait, it doesn't work. Oh no.
Oh my god, Cliff saw it and Void didn't. Good advantage. And speaking of reading your board states, Cliff seen a pretty important one right there.
Yeah, going straight into main because he just knows, oh wait, I win.
Yeah, that's always like the worst feeling, like when you're on the receiving side, when someone just realizes your chain does not work at all, and you just have to like sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm just out."
For real.
Oh, this is a
No,
big
me.
attack from the Cliff.
Oh, 3 for 4. Oh, that bears Void quite a lot. And Cliff's just gonna go straight into everything else. But Void has a chance at.
It wasn't going to be enough because the only way Void survives that is if he can transition that dig down to his tail to like something more full. But Cliff just already outbuilt it. I think the most Void could hope for in that situation was like a 4.
Yeah. If there was like a way for those yellows to have been used within that chain that he was building to keep himself alive, it definitely would have like sustained him a lot longer in the round. Would have been enough to return as well, but you know, wishful thinking. Okay, 2 from Acliv, and then Voice is gonna go straight for a 3. This is the Void that we like to see right here. You send Voice something small, he's gonna send you something way bigger and way more effective. Oh wait.
He's almost out.
No!
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. On a slither of like time, just unable to get off what he was trying to. Tragic.
Yeah, it looked like he could have just dug down instead, but I guess he wanted to opt for the full chain just to win the round, and instead of like trying to force like a post-game situation. But
yeah,
it makes sense. It was going to be close either way.
Yeah, like going like post game with Void is something that I think you always want to avoid if you're up against him because he's a menace to society. Oh wow, he gets a free yellow extension too. Ooh, this is gonna be good for Acliv here. I think this guarantees.
Yeah, because I mean, like Acliv is really good at these mid-game builds, so I don't think he should be afraid of Void in these situations. I think if anything, I think Void has kind of woken up a bit more. The attacks are a bit more stable, and I'd say more reliable too, because he's not quite blowing up his chain like it felt like, which felt like was happening at the start of the set.
Yeah, there's a lot cleaner attacks being thrown out from both players. Oh my gosh, Acliv, I can't believe you would make the most simple, most basic, most mistake of all time. Now Voice is gonna win.
It's just the pain of when you try to build more efficient than your opponent, and sometimes you just get exactly what they need. And now Cliff's gonna be stuck up here. There's gonna potentially be no yellows. He gets 1. Okay, second one's there, so he's alive. But still only just a 2.
Void just needs the purple to set off the chain here. Okay.
Yeah. Or taking down.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. I think that's just gonna be good to go for the most part. Okay, now.
I think it's a big enough follow-up, but Cliff still wasn't able to build up any resource.
Yeah. It was a very hard fight for Acliv. I think the height differences for all the Puyos he would have wanted to connect in this case was like rough all over the place, and then just yeah.
It was just like also anything he was getting wasn't actually compatible because there were so many like green purples in the way he couldn't make any reliable extension. So he was constantly forced to fight with 2 chains.
Yeah, and that's like something which is it's okay to like have 2 chain defenses in cases, but like in those situations where you need to dig down, it's not the most reliable because it's just you're just expanding resources and time, which are way
reliable. It's that the fact that he didn't have anything to build with, like you can't build green on green.
Green on green, but Riley. Do you not know what green on green is? Green on green is what is like a type of like clothing.
Yeah, well, either way, Acliv is back in the lead now. Being stolen. A few more rounds from Void to
my gosh, don't tell me he's
close it out.
Oh,
he's going for it. That was really risky because Acliv has such a good tail. Like this might just potentially be death here.
It is. I don't know. It's like Void just does the DDR Dan in a sense of I know this is like a very strange idea, but I want to do it anyway, and then it just does not work out. Like, what do you expect?
I don't know. It's weird. I see like Void was going for Slug, he just didn't know how to make it work, and we continue this trend of anyone who builds Slug other than me instantly loses. So you gotta relax on the Slug gamers. Clearly, you guys can't appreciate the tech.
Nah, trust me, they appreciate the tech. Void was just like, you know what, Slug sucks.
Oh,
We
okay.
just give up the round.
Acliv actually opted out of setting up his key point for full chain. He just wants to poke down Void. It's gonna work out.
That's actually so unfortunate for Void there.
Just smart play from Acliv to realize he doesn't need to put down his key and can just play the poke game, and then Void just could not respond.
Yeah, I think the initial nuisance that Acliv sent Void there really put Void like a rough spot too, because he had a ton of greens that had like potential of conflicting with one another, and I think Void wanted to play the main chain game there. He did not want to poke for poke with Acliv, but just was unable to make do with what he had.
Yeah, Acliv's also playing a bit more patient now, and really reading out these attacks from Void. Oh, nice. Because, like, yeah, Acliv is just, like, taking a moment, looking at these 3 chains, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just go one more, because he's leaving out his extensions and his attacks in places where they can still be extended upon quickly.
Yeah, that's, like, something I also was gonna, like, notate at some point during this, because you know, like, remember, like, how we was talking about at the beginning of the set, like, Void is the aggressor in cases, and it's, like, interesting to see, like, what Acliv would need to do to adjust to such a playstyle, and he's doing exactly that. Like, the last thing you want to do against a madly aggressive Puya player is, like, give them a reason to be aggressive by just kind of playing their game with them.
Unfortunately, I think Void just went straight for full, and Acliv just played the extension. Acliv even checked to make sure that was full, because I think he wasn't sure. But as soon as it was, like, he just re-extend. Look at how these purple into yellow greens are going to connect. It's going to be so much damage. It's going to be really hard to take back.
Sick 12 there from Acliv. I'm honestly so surprised that Void even went for main chain just like that. That's very rare to see from Void of all players, you know. Like, it was a really good 10 chain. It might have been a misplay though.
I mean, it clearly wasn't a misplay. He lost. I don't know. I feel like we're at this point where it is okay to knowledge check your opponent, see how they will deal with your attacks, or like just sending a full chain. Though Cliv, I think, is just too awake at this point. We're pretty deep into the round, or in the rounds, excuse me, to be checking that.
Actually, you know what? You are so right about that. Knowledge checking is indeed important in this game. Oh no, Cliff needs too many yellows to make the shade work. And a green.
Yeah, he really had a lot of power to that tail, though. He was definitely aiming for a big ender, which is kind of interesting because we haven't really had that many post-game chains outside like what felt like all clear rounds.
Yeah, but like all clear rounds, those are, I guess, more or less expected. It's like these, yeah. You don't really.
Column 1 covered, so you can't set full. Okay,
let's go.
Attack.
Come on, Void. You gotta do the DDR dance special and like just send out really strange pokes.
He has a blue-yellow combination here, but doesn't take it.
Wait.
Okay, now he'll go for it. But yeah, a little too late.
He loses the purple link at the end of his chain, but he still overall overpowers Acliv. He also lost the reds. Yeah, overall he wins.
Very nice. Needed round. Not too. It's been pretty close so far. It's kind of weird because I feel like when each one wins a round, it's from like dominant fashion. We haven't really seen these long extended like poke fights that we've seen in some other sets.
Yeah, I think me versus Yoshi kind of was a example, and so, like for the most part for like poke games actually being applied, it's to some extent. Yeah, as opposed to like these current matches now where they are just going all in. Uh-oh. Oh, this is
Okay.
rough for Acliv. Because
He
he needs
wanted to
purples.
tank, but now he's gonna have to opt for this instead. Oh, wait, this actually might be enough to like keep him alive so he can counter again.
Oh no,
Oh,
but the purples got covered!
Yeah, unfortunate.
That is actually the worst case scenario. If it wasn't for those purples, Acliv definitely would have been able to fire that off. Like that peace queue he had, you see that, Riley? He had like enough purples to get it off, assuming he didn't cover his ghost row initially when trying to get to it, but Void just
Even then, his build
capitalized
just
on it.
wasn't safe. It was a
Oh yeah,
very
that
interesting
too.
set of extensions because he's been pretty good about staying aware of what Void wants to do, but that time around he was kind of felt riskier.
Yeah, that's something. That's also something you really don't want to do at this level. Is go for risky anything because these players are so good at checking each. Oh wow!
That's so funny.
Of course, man.
Oh my god, so I know yellow is a cue for Void. I guess just gotta hold the L on that one. And I don't
Acliv.
think it's necessarily like risk is bad. It's more like the kind of risk that you're taking or like you're putting out there. I think in Acliv's case, it's like he wants to keep his attacks long enough to deal with Void, but then builds forms that don't really have the length, and is forced to pop his tail instead because no greens show up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like at the most part, his extension side is okay. Also, yeah, I do agree with you in that sense with like risk and such. Risk management, baby, never gets old. Wow, it's okay for a cliff here. I just
Very
wonder how he's.
much revert off of his tail to bring back in his chain to full because if he had gone just like try to believe on the trigger on the GTR, it would have been Jover. Oh, he gets the perfect purple yellow. He was still gonna go for the
Wait.
reds instead.
Oh no, I don't know if he wanted those purples. It's kind of unfortunate those purples popped as early as they did. He's gonna take that much nuisance, but he's still alive for the most part. Now
Yeah,
let's
I
see
mean,
how
Boy
he
doesn't
plays the
have that
remainder of
much
this.
response. Like,
Yeah.
he just if he stays a little bit safe, he might be all right. But unfortunately, just not enough colors he needed to correct those blues. Oh wait, it's still fine because that pillar actually lets him get down. He can legit just potentially go if he gets some good colors.
On
Oh,
God.
but Void sees the extension with the purples, tries to punish it, but doesn't. Oh, barely makes it.
Oh my God, he almost had the blue purple. That would have been an insane attack there from Acliv if he got that.
Yeah. And finally, we're
Oh my
getting into
gosh.
some post-game fights where they're forced to bring out the secondary chains, and they're pretty close on level. Oh,
Yeah. Now, I have a question for you, Riley. How many
but
times will you think that will happen throughout this set? Do you think that will be the only time, or do you think it will happen again?
it's gonna happen more because
Nah,
they're. What do you mean, nah? You just don't
nah,
think
it's
it's gonna
not.
happen?
No, I don't think it's gonna happen.
What are you talking about? Well, either way,
I'm disagreeing with
Void
you.
is your Void is completely. It's gonna take too long to build that because there's so many players he needs to split.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So all these consider like there has been no crazy gap increases, and when there was a small increase, Void immediately pulled it back. I think the weird part is like you kind of hit these points in some like longer sets where players are kind of used to like are getting used to how they're playing or filling out the strategy, and now it's just like waiting for someone to figure it out to the point where they can just win.
Yeah. Oh. Oh wait, I thought that Void's whatchamacallit went from the other direction. Oh
my
no.
God, Void did not calculate his trash right. He wanted the extension.
I thought he was gonna try to build stuff on top of that just so he could make sure he could confirm. Unfortunate.
That was very rough because if he gotten that 2 trash clear, like it would have been super helpful. I expected him to build more on top of the blues, but I guess didn't feel like he had enough time. It was like I'm just done here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna go for a 4-chain attack here.
And Cliff has to go, but Void just built counter, and he doesn't even have to use the counter. He can just go. So Cliff kind of inting here, just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I don't know why Acliv went straight for like the remainder of his resources there. That was a little.
He had
I
nothing
guess he kind
else.
of. That's
Like
fair.
if he had taken the 4, he's just covered anyways. So probably just threw it out there to hope without really much faith they would win.
Yeah, I mean, hey, sometimes you just gotta ball. You just gotta ball like a Laker. You just gotta get your golden go. You just gotta ball. It didn't work in Eclipse case, but I mean, it worked out for Void. So, was it really all that bad?
Probably not that bad for Eclipse, seeing as he still has the set lead. Probably really important for Void though. Wow,
Oh
he just
my
make it?
god! He got it! He did the thing! He did the Bomba Void tactic! Oh my god.
The fact that those players ended so quickly too, just like Acliv could not activate his really good counter, honestly. Like it was a lot of damage there, and just I guess just a few milliseconds too late.
That frame, the fact that no other Puyos dropped after that Hellfire like concluded too, was just like, wow, that was clean from Void. Which is like something you don't really see when it comes to Void's Hellfires that often. Normally, almost any Hellfire he sends, there's at least a few straight Puyos falling down. Wait, no, that's main from a cliff here.
Good.
Oh
Good
my gosh,
extension from Acliv.
that
Like,
is.
the recognition he could tank was so smart, and I don't think Void realized how much resources there because it's just way too much for his 10.
Yeah. What would a Void needed there to counter? It looked like he would have needed minimum 12 to live. Or just like
Just keep
any
extended.
that too.
Like,
Was there but was there really a safe way for him to continue extending that chain? What I saw there was just it was not looking too good if he wanted to extend it at all.
you just have to clean up. Like, if a cliff is full, there's still enough time for you to start rebuilding resources. Like, you don't have to just immediately go.
All right, I keep forgetting that you can clean up. I keep forgetting that's a thing. Like, yeah. Oh,
Some insights on the Rick and Riona set right here. It's okay.
Shut up, dog. Hey, look, dude. I got a 14 shit off that set. I got a 14 shit off that set, dog. Shut up.
From Void, is it going to be enough? It's only a 5.
No,
Maybe the
it
stairs
is
is too slow in mid game once again.
Okay, yeah, buddy. Sure. Okay, yeah, sure, buddy. Okay.
I think
Yeah,
stairs is like, I think mid game stairs is so risky because you need like the perfect pieces and to like never split.
Yeah. If you get the perfect scenario, stairs is lit. If you don't, stairs is garbage. Oh my god, Void's going for the all clear. Ah, a clip, come on. Oh no, he's only getting a 5. Oh, what is Void gonna do? Oh, he's gonna. Okay.
Void. Oh, but he's kind of forcing the gate damage, so this isn't gonna even do that much, honestly. I actually just doesn't even do anything. And we're in post game, so you get to build real chains. And what's the option for? As Void looks like it's potentially Fron, but Clip just says it doesn't work, and he's gonna attack Void.
No, Void, it's so
God. That was unfortunate.
That was a little certified hood tragedy right there for good old Void points his hurt.
Yeah. I mean, Void's gotta keep it together. He can't be losing to the dog owner when he has a cat. That's like blasphemy.
What does that mean? Actually, I don't want to ask.
Dogs versus cats like is a battle age old as time. Eclipse just forced to go though on that chain. Void also now just going because only 3 rocks. There's not that much to fight, but Power 4 is not enough. And now he's covered. And
Eclipse just gonna set off the 2 here, but Void is okay. He's
just
still living.
Acliv built a real chain of follow-up? Okay.
Oh, come on, Acliv. Come on, you gotta do the DDR Dan tactic at least. Said Void did it once. Wait, what is happening?
Yoshi's gotta be sobbing because Acliv is not building a 5 chain. Okay, wait.
Don't worry,
He might have it. Wait, no, the purples are in the way of his yellows, so it doesn't actually work.
Oh my gosh. No, wait. Oh, I thought he was going to try to extend off the blues here. Oh, let's go.
Hey, he needs
He's
to.
getting the 5 chain. Yes, this might be the confirm.
Okay, he's down. It's down. It's down. A
Oh
little
my-
scary. Needed the actual attention to get the 5 because no way those purples were going to clear to get to the yellow.
Man, we all know Yoshi is so excited. If Yoshi were like watching this right now, I know he would be ecstatic to see that somebody did a 5 chain in the post game.
Okay, so now it's kind of actually getting a little bit of kind of what we see before. Like the gap is starting to increase. Void falling behind a 6-point lead. We're past halfway point, really. Oh, but unfortunately for Acliv, but it's gonna be so much to defend from this. Oh god, Void needs reds!
He just wasn't able to get to the reds in time. Ah, the unfortunate pillar situation.
It was a counter, and I think he was trying to rush to reds or something, but man, unfortunate for Void, because that was
Never
a big
punished.
attack.
Yeah, that was something else there. Never punished. Never punished on a Acliv's end. I mean, Void, however. No.
Oh god. Okay, so we're going into long GTR actually for Void. We're bringing out all the mix-ups. I don't think I've really ever seen Void build long GTR, I'll be honest.
I haven't either. He just needs to like throw something at a cliff here. He needs it. Anything he could do to give himself a slight edge against the cliff, he is going to do it to the best of his ability. He has to. He wants to.
Attack. Is it enough? No, Cliff is gonna get out. But the extension is there, so it is still a chance for Void. Reds come out, and he doesn't break his tail for it. This is perfect.
Let's he didn't break anything at all. He gets off a nice 8 double here. Acliv unfortunately has nothing to contest with. And Void's gonna take that round. Breaking, wait, how big of a streak was that from Acliv there?
Not that big. It was only a few round streak from their already 3-point deficit, so it's like 3 rounds.
Okay, at the end of the day, a streak is something you never want your opponent to get, because then they get a little comfortable just kind of, running with it.
Yeah, though at least in this case, the streak here is great. Even though it's small, it's still pretty important given that Void is now officially past the halfway point as well. But Acliv is closing in on that gap slowly but surely.
Yeah, just the niner. Oh wait, that's made from Acliv here. Wait, that's made from Void too.
I am surprised. I thought that was only going to be a 3 attack, but you know what? I guess we're all in on this.
Oh man, whose chain's bigger? Whose chain's bigger? Oh, I think Acliv's is bigger. That's all done with the 13.
Just barely.
Oh my god.
And those are good chains. Like 80k, 90k is nothing to sneeze at on either side. Acliv just with the slightly more reliable.
True. We love seeing 12 plus chains being built in this household, baby. Aw, yeah.
But that's unfortunate because you just checked Acliv with your 80k and he built 90, so you have to like kind of live with that now and be like, okay, this is bad because he's gonna build those large chains if I try to rush him.
On God.
Man, then because like this whole battle of how do I get my resources to matter against the Acliv? Acliv even waiting to do this Hellfire or into 3, or was that Hellstorm? Excuse me.
Oh my gosh, that just confirms. That is unfortunate there. Honestly, I think waiting there was actually kind of a smart move on Acliv's end, though. Because
like we were talking about before, where like Acliv is just waiting to see what Void does before he commits.
Yeah, plus like in that case, I think, let's see, what I would say that like in a Acliv situation, I kind of would have thought the same thing. Like in my mind there, I would have been like, okay, is he going to follow up with something else after he sends this like small attack in? Is this like a build up to something bigger? If so, I fire my attack safely without any risk of like him going for anything stronger or like bearing anything important? Oh my gosh, wait, Void just went for main here. Oh, where's his reds?
I got it.
Oh my god, wait, those cut though! No! Oh my gosh, man! Are you serious?
Unfortunate, but you take that if you're a Void, you need that. Because man, Acliv was starting to run with it a little bit.
Yeah, I know. If Acliv managed to get that off with no cuts, bro. Oh man, if I was Void, I would have been.
That is the danger, though, when you set off full versus, just like smaller attacks after a hit. You run that risk that your opponent will out extend, and you play a little bit of the gamble unless you have really good secondary chaining.
Yeah. Oh no, Acliv's just unable to get out of this. No way.
Too high on each side.
He went for. He kind of like. He played with his cards. He messed with the team. He got put in a pack for that. That's unfortunate. Oh.
I have no clue what the hell you are saying sometimes.
What are you talking about, Mister? I want to get hip with the kids, so I start using like Gen Z slang and whatever. Yeah, buddy. Okay.
Huge dude. Acliv just. Oh god, Void is kind of just like. I feel like when Void takes hits, like his chain just isn't accessible. Whereas Acliv, even when he takes damage, seems to have a better understanding like how much he can tank.
Yeah,
and then be able to defend himself. And Acliv goes for a big one. Void does get down. Good fix on his GTR, but there's not a lot here.
Unfortunately, I think Acliv outchains him in the process too. I think this is a 10 from Acliv here versus Void 9. Yeah, Acliv's just gonna take that round. Unfortunately. But like incredible 9 chain there from Void nonetheless. That was impressive to surmise that out of what was shown.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that there's no space to extend. It kind of one of those situations of you kind of have to pick if you want to clear or if you want to just all in, and unfortunately the all in did not work this time around.
Yeah, it's like when he all ins in black. Like I can imagine Void's the kind of player who would all in blackjack and then never get a blackjack every time he does it. But the moment he bets like hardly anything at all, he gets a blackjack.
Or attack of he goes in for it, forces out a main Acliv's main chain. So he has time to extend. The tail works now. He just does he want more? He's gonna go for it.
Okay, he gets off what he needs.
You got like 4 links for that. That could be just barely enough. Because he got the purple tail, he got the blue, red, and yellows. Is it enough? It's gonna be close.
That's enough. That's enough. Acliv's not getting the yellows. Did he need?
Acliv's alive, kind of. Not
no really. Way. Oh,
kind of again.
It's a bad spot though. Void just needs to continue with this pressure. Okay, he just needs to build a 5 chain. Come on, let's see if we see a 5 chain. How much do y'all want to bet?
Just need a 4 as well. Like he doesn't need too much.
Oh my god, boy, you didn't do the all clear. How dare you? You should have lost that round, bro. I mean, good job from Void there. Kill confirming. Smile, smile, smile.
He's gonna need more confirms because Acliv is 6 points away now, and Void is trailing halfway behind at 12. He's gonna have to find some way to bring it back up. I do feel like he is getting some good attacks. Acliv sees the Hellfire, tries to stop him.
Oh my god, he did it anyway. I mean, it works out though.
Yeah, though now he has a good situation to try and punish Acliv because it is hard for Acliv to dig down. Will he get to it in time? He's forced to break the reds.
Oh, it's gonna not be enough. No. I think if Acliv were able to get rid of those reds, the purples would have been. Actually, no. I think it was still a bad spot.
His reds were the extension. So when he got forced to pop from below, like he had to ruin his chain and try to survive.
Just unfortunately, way too much nuisance to survive from, and that column 3 just sealed the deal there. It's so rough whenever you're in those situations where your opponent has a hellfire. You try to probe them into a rough spot, and then when that doesn't work out, what you're left with to kind of save yourself.
Void might be in danger.
No,
these folks are forcing out main chain.
Oh, right.
It's fine in the sense of if Acliv can't extend this, but there was a lot of hesitation, and that might be enough to stop him.
Oh man, this chain is this. I don't know if this chain's gonna be enough for Acliv here. Unfortunately, there's so many greens that he had to Yeah, he was forced to work with here. Wait, no, that
Just
counters.
barely. But will Void have the counter? No, he doesn't have it, dude. The
What?
mid game, like the post game change from Void and Acliv, honestly, have been kind of not clean. When you compare it to yesterday's set with Yoshi and Rick, where Rick was kind of pumping out these quick sevens after full chains. It's a little surprising.
Yeah, because normally in these types of cases, well, I haven't really gotten a chance to see it much because I think he's mostly been fine-ish whenever it comes to sending off main. But Acliv, I know, is really solid whenever it comes to building secondary. Oh man,
What cover?
right here. Wait,
He's alive! He's alive,
oh
boys.
my
He has
gosh,
survived.
he got out of that by a slither. Oh, but it's only a 6 chain. I don't know how he'll be able to fix this.
It's gonna be rough because he needs to use the blues on top, the purples, because he can't cut his greens. But it's just so hard to fix. Void's hesitated because he doesn't know what to do. I don't blame him.
That is actually so scary. Oh, it's like one of the worst scenarios too. Ah.
Yeah, Cliff is just doing such a good job of seeing his options. Like the Thorn was nasty. Catching Void so high up because once you're that high up, just about any amount of damage will kill you anyway. So you don't need to be that big. Just big enough to hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
big and fast.
Yeah, Cliff actually froze up himself there for a second, weighing his options.
Whoa. He's the thinker. Okay.
Go through the Thorn.
Responds with a 2 from Void. Oh, is he gonna try to go for a 2 double here? Oh no. Oh, Void goes for that 2 chain there. He's just gonna send off more. I don't know if that was a good idea though, because Eclipse still has main accessible. No.
Yeah, Cliff just knowing how much he can tank and Void knows it. That's like the trouble I think of the set is that Void is not able to watch his opponent's board nearly as well as Cliff is watching him.
It's like Void's playing chess and then Douglas playing 5D chess right now. Or something. I don't know how the quote works.
I would say I think it's like your opponent's playing chess, your opponent's playing checkers, you're playing chess is like how it's supposed to go. But honestly, I think at this point it's more so that Acliv right now can't find how to fix his chain, so Void's gonna poke. There's a purple yellow needed so badly to make this even work.
Oh my god, what is this? This is so bad for Acliv.
Void needs this round just to finish him off. Do not let him win after building whatever that monstrosity was.
I know, right? Yeah, good job on Void for being able to capitalize on that. Hitting Acliv with what seemed to be the Iron Man.
I have no. Acliv honestly kind of just entered that round. I don't know how else to describe it other than like I'm like, why did you lose that?
He kind of did. Though.
That was a little rough. But you know, okay, this is much cleaner now. There's a lot of options on Acliv's board. Void also has some small attack options with potential Hellfires or breaking down his tail. And he might need to here in a second because Acliv is going on the aggressive.
Oh boy, ooh, this is rough for Void. Oh wait, no, he's still fine. He's fine. He needs the blues. Oh my gosh,
Well, there's an option to defend himself with the purple. It doesn't go for it, went for something more, and unfortunately punished for it.
Something tells me that he probably wanted to see if he could get somebody that could just get him straight into his main chain off the dome without really having to rely on too much popping prior. But it just did not work out well for him. Oh, clear start. How many have we seen so far? I think it's the second one this set.
Not too many, honestly. Void going for very flat. There's no counter potential. So Cliff is going to try and poke it. And this actually might help out Void more because his build is a bit easier to transition, whereas we kind of got like not quite front on the Cliff side, but it definitely feels a bit more kind of like what you would see. Kind of like what you would see from Cooperi, honestly.
Yeah, it's just a ton of freeform here from Acliv. Wait, he's extending from that end? Oh no way.
Oh, he's gonna even cut it because he knows he doesn't need to send out full. He just wants to take the damage, force it out of Void instead, and Void does go for it.
Uh-oh. The fell for it again.
He got the blues. He gets it.
He gets the purples. Oh my gosh. Wait.
He got like 5 he got 5 links out of that.
I don't know if this is gonna counter though. Wait. No, it doesn't counter. He's still taking 31 nuisance. This might be over for a clip there.
The insane extension though, like that was so close. The fact that he even got 5 links out of that was pretty nuts.
Yeah, it was just a little too rough to really get any more leverage out of that, especially in that situation. So yeah, what he did get, really good. Could there have been more? It just depends on like if you were able to build that a little safer, because I think in my case, I probably would have gone for something a little. I don't know. Just the way Acliv set that initial chain up was just not the
Debating
greatest.
full, and he's gonna
Oh.
go because
Yeah, he
he
beats
knows
out
his is better
Void.
Void.
Yeah, wait, does
Very.
this? Wait, no, does it beat out Void? Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
it
no, it does.
doesn't? Oh no, it's even.
Pixels, what the heck?
Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, Cliff might be dead here though.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, wait, no.
Only
He's just
Hellfire.
gonna. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's pretty bad for him. Void just needs to fire. Come on, Void. Come on, Void. Come on, Void. Come on, Void. Come on, kill confirm. Kill confirm. Oh, there we go.
Okay, Void on the board with 2. Acliv opting for not one more extension, actually hurting a lot there. Good punish from Void. Another all clear. Gonna get the better one with the 2.
What in the heck is happening? Why? Why?
Okay, Void's gonna be a little careful when he does these 3 columns on his left side because they're kind of easy to cover. And actually, Eclipse is gonna try and harass him down with another 2.
I don't know if Acliv wanted to pop that though. That seemed more like a misrotate, if anything. But he's still able to make like it work for the most part. Like it's nothing terrible, but you know, like you want all the Puyos you could get, especially in this stage of the game. And oh man, he gets a free extend.
Because he saw how much damage Void's chain was gonna do, and he realized, wait, I can just tank it. It doesn't matter.
On God.
And hopefully, as a punish Void, there's the red yellow. Or
wait,
is it enough?
I don't think it's enough. I really don't think everything Void has on that right side is gonna counter or connect. Oh no, the yellows popped earlier than Void would have wanted them to. If it wasn't for that, he would have had a really nice tin chain.
And there's the follow from Acliv, forcing it to match point. No more extra lives for Void.
Yeah, Void, you are on. This is now a 1 credit clear run for Puyo Su. Will you do it? Will you prove that you won't mess with the Iron Man and get Captain America?
Well, he's actually going back to L shape, which is like something to try and true. And he's forced to make it right away.
No. I don't know. This is good for Void.
Wait, there's no purples. He might be fine because there's not a single one showing up. Oh, he got it. He got the purple he needed.
Oh my gosh. No, please don't say this is the end. Come on, Void. Show us.
He's got one red. Needs one more red purple. Is it gonna show up? It's not gonna show up, and Void that's it.
Oh my gosh. What a way for that to conclude. Forced into main chain, and your opponent is just able to outdo you in every way possible. What a rough end. What?
Describe it like that.
What? What?
Like GG's to Acliv. A very good Hellfire on the last round to force out the main chain from Void. Unfortunately, I think because of how Void's yellows end up on top of the red, even if he got to like a red purple or like purple yellow, it just wouldn't have been able to activate. It was a messy set. There were some clean rounds, there were some rough rounds, but it felt like a lot of those rounds were like whoever kind of got the first hit to land just end up winning those rounds and just end up being a clip more than Void with a pretty solid 30 to 22 8-point lead.
Yeah.
And a pretty important one at that, because with Yoshi falling to Rick and the cliff being Void, it kind of does start narrowing the gap of where people are going to end up. Void, of course, still has a lot of sets to work with. That was only his first one of the event. But losing to a cliff, someone above you, is like kind of awkward because, you know, everything is seated by like their ranking order. and like I guess like expected like who is out. So losing like one of the sets to people, but you really sucks because you're kind of like now you have to either beat Rick or Yoshi, and that's probably even harder than beating Acliv. And he has to fight Rick in the next Acliv will be fine Rick at least in the next 4 days, whereas Void has 3 before he fights Rick.
Oh Lord! Oh right, dang! It's unfortunate I'm gonna not be able to watch those matches. I mean, if I could catch them, that would be awesome. But like, yeah, I look forward to seeing the end result for Acliv versus Rick, and then Void versus Rick. Like overall, yeah, it's like there was a lot of rough situations there for Void. The biggest thing though is like seeing Void unable to respond when hit with like those types of attacks is something that caught me off guard, because normally you'd expect Void to be that player who just goes for these crazy attacks at every interval, yes? So seeing the tables kind of turn in a round like this, even considering considering that he was up against someone like still felt like very interesting to see. Because normally what I would see from Acliv is these well fleshed out 4-6 chain attacks with the like very small like 1 to 2 pokes, and then from Void it would be those very power based like 2 to 5 chain attacks more often than not, with some good transitions into mid game and whatnot. But that's just like going based off of my like times playing against like these players. So yeah.
That was pretty good. Wow. It was based. Good insight. It's going to be interesting because I do think the biggest weakness for Acliv and Void is the fact that it felt like they had no post-game chaining.
Oh yeah, no.
We never saw anything past like 4 or 5, and then it felt like at times, Voids was always kind of caught before it could really pop anything. And Acliv was cleaner, I think, in post-game, but it feels like they're kind of like there's kind of like scrambly chains. Like they're not very clean or like the most efficient. I feel like if they're gonna play Rick, who's building like 8 chains in post game, it's gonna be super hard because even if you do end up being Rick in a trade and you force out man, if he just builds another 8 and you can't build more than a 4 or 5, you're going to end up losing those rounds in the long term.
Yeah, I think Rick and Yoshi definitely have the rest of the group beaten whenever it comes to building like mid game chains. Rick, especially like what you said about like him being able to build 8 chains like outside of that main chain field. But the thing is though, it's like Acliv is no stranger to mid game chains either. I think in this particular set, we just really weren't able to get a chance to see Acliv fully flesh out his like mid-game capabilities. Same thing with Void, honestly. I think Void, like, normally whenever it comes to Void, has like an advantage where his opponent really doesn't have much room to work with. Void is able to get those kill confirms a lot quicker than usual. I think in this case, though, it did feel a little sloppy against Acliv, and Acliv was like able to live, or even like maybe. Actually, no, I don't think there was a case where Acliv was able to turn the tables into his favor. No, I think Void actually did that like once during the set where he was able to.
It's not because he's sloppy. It's because Void's like attacking, but Acliv just understands the damage output better. Because Acliv would just either tank the attack because he realized it was only this in like a row after his defense, or you even take it because Void would be too high up that he's only sending like a 1 or 2. We never really saw like top of the board, like 3rd layer, and I go for like a 6 chain or 5 chain attack. Acliv had a lot more comfortability because the attacks he was using are pretty samey in a way, like in terms of damage output. And then Acliv, if he knows like how much damage you're going to do, he's going to build around it. And it's less like the attacks are messy and more so they weren't varied enough for Acliv having to adjust himself for those variations.
Oh wait, that's a good point right there. Yeah, I agree.
I think that we'll have to see how both of them do. I feels like right now it is up to Acliv to pull the upset. He has a very good head-to-head right now with Yoshi in terms of like just trading rounds, so there's potential there. Void also has a pretty solid chance against Yoshi, given that they both have had close hits in the past. But after losing to Acliv, right now you have to suddenly beat Rick, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, but if somebody can do it, if somebody can, you know, I'm not even gonna do that bit again.
Yeah, so I think that what a better way to call it than there. Thank you everyone for watching. Beautiful set today. It was interesting. I feel like we learned a lot. We got to saw some interesting techniques from the players, and we got to compare as
100%.
well what strengths and weaknesses everyone had. So
Yeah,
thanks again to Haven for having us on. Thank you, Riona, for commentating with me.
thanks for commentating with me as well. As always, it is a pleasure to cast alongside you.
Thank you, thank you. Always a pleasure as well. I believe.
One more thing before we end. I just need y'all to remember. Listen up, y'all.
Next
Listen.
sets are on 8:30 and 8:31, just 4 days and 5 days away. Void versus
Brother, I have to get this off.
Voices.
I have to get this
End the stream. Just end the stream.
Just end the stream. You mess with the Iron Man. You end up Captain America. I'm only saying this because Void was playing in this. Alright, bye.
He cut his own mic out because it peaked, and I think there's no better way to end it because I don't even know what the hell he just said.
You mess with the Iron Man, you end up Captain America. I think. Wait, my mic
Something
peaked?
like end the stream. End the stream. You had
my God.
puberty voice crack.
What are you saying? Oh wait, is Haven there?
Thanks for watching. I think Haven fell asleep. That's okay.
Okay, wait, sleepover at Haven's house? Okay, bet.
He's like, that's bullshit. Oh, I have nothing left to say. I think I got the information I wanted to out of that set and what out of my thoughts.
I got I kind of got my thoughts off as well, because it's been a while since I've actually done like a player analysis too, based on like what I've seen before. So I think I'm content. Yeah, we're good. Oh my gosh, the silence. The silence is diabolical. Say goodbye? Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. You're ending.
Bye. Have a beautiful time. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.